Everyone, today we will be reviewing past Visla and Moff Gideon battle set. This set is 75386, is 7 and up, and 289 pieces for $40 in the United States of America. The set also comes with 4 pretty good minifigures, including Paz Visla, Moff Gideon, and 2 Imperial Ptan Guards, which there should be 3. However, there is one in this year's advent calendar, but that is no excuse. They should have just put the original 3 in the set and have no problems there, but you'll see why they probably didn't in a second, but still, that's kind of lazy. We can also take a look at the back of the box, and it just shows some of the play features of the set, including Moff Gideon and his hairpiece. It also has a new helmet mold, including the Ptan Guards, and let's get into the set. And here's a look at the 2 Ptan Guards, and they both come with nice red armor. And the right one here has a purple staff, and the one on the left also has a purple staff, but this one has like different illuminated beams going up. This one has 2 cones at the end of it. They both have some pretty good printing all around them. And next up we have the Paz Visla minifigure, and this minifigure is very good. He has some new printing on the side of his helmet. Otherwise, this minifigure is almost exactly the same as the previous one. He also has a black head. And yeah, this minifigure comes with a flamethrower. There's a nice orange piece on the bottom of it that shows that it's actually emitting fire. And then we can take a look at the old Paz Visla minifigure side by side. And they are practically the exact same minifigure, of course, except for the side of the helmet, which the new one has a new nice gray on it. And it doesn't have the clip, unlike the old one, which also had the clip on it. And it's 1 stud shorter, because this one, of course, had the clip. This one does not. And, of course, they both have the black heads. Just the biggest difference is that one little difference of the side of the helmet, which is now, of course, the gray. Next up, we have Moff Gideon, and this one is very good. He has some nice new helmet mold, including some nice back printing on the jetpack piece. And we can take off his beautiful helmet. And then we have a nice face print that we can take a look at as well. Trying to get it to focus. There we go, that's a little bit better. And he has, of course, the face print in a secondary face, including a hairpiece for the minifigure, which of course I can't get on properly. There we go. And yeah, that's just this Moff Gideon minifigure. It's fairly good for $40. You're getting a very nice minifigure. He doesn't include any weapons, sadly. But if we compare him to the old Moff Gideon, which had a dark saber, but I added the new version, we can combine some different variants of him, including the dark saber and the cape, to make a really cool minifigure. And here's Moff Gideon with his beautiful armor and with the dark saber, including that new cape. And it does look very good. You have the jetpack right on top of it, and it looks like a beautiful minifigure. This is how I'm going to display my Moff Gideon. You can also, of course, take off the hairpiece. Well, sorry, the helmet, and put on the new hairpiece for him. And he also looks like the one from season 1 and 2 of The Mandalorian, which is also very nice. And then we can, of course, compare the 2 torsos. And all you'd have to do, of course, is replace the torsos, and you'd have the season 1 and 2 Mandalorian Moff Gideon, and all you'd have to do is take off the jetpack, and you'd have a very nice minifigure. And finally, we can take a look at the set. Immediately, you can tell that the door was open. I'm just going to close it. I'll show you the play feature in a second. And we can just take a look at some of the details. There's some nice sticker printing on here, which I applied a little bit off, but it's not too bad. Some nice printing here, which is the basic control panel that we've gone like forever. There's this little lamp that can easily fall over, which is a little frustrating. I wish they would have changed the build slightly. Literally all they had to do was turn it around, put the red piece in, and it's fine, which is a little frustrating to me. Then here's a look at the back. There really isn't much there. And then we can take a look in here. We have Moff Gideon's light cruiser, was his light cruiser, but now is the one from the Mandalorian's light cruiser, which they sold from Moff Gideon. And yeah, here we just have a bunch of little greebling. There's just a mountain piece, which is normal. There's 2 of them in the set. Another one's there. We have a box, which was also in the Mandalorian battle pack. And if we can open it up, has another 2 thermal detonators. It's the exact same build as before, and it just sits on 1 stud, which you can put on most of the 4 studs if it wants. There we go. It's finally on. And yeah, that's the kind of that little section of the set. And then, of course, we can go to the cannons of the set, which these cannons can fit 1 minifigure on the top, which is not accurate, but we'll get to in a second. You can also remove the entire thing and have a little storage space, so you can take Moff Gideon's hairpiece if you don't want it, put it in, and then you can close the cannon right back up. Hold on, give me a second. Perfect. And there it goes, all right back up. And yeah, that's the cannon, and it has 2 stud shooters on it. Next, we can move to the door, which all you have to do is lift it up. Just move past that little piece and drop it. and the door is open. If we take a look at the front, it is a little lopsided, which is a little frustrating to see, but from most angles it looks okay. You're definitely going to display the set with the door closed. And the door does have a pretty good building technique with using some slope pieces and just bringing them up. It's a nice technique for such simple parts usage. And yeah, the set does look very good. Here's a look with all the minifigures on this set. It does look a little cramped, but it does look very good. There is not much space to put minifigures on here, however, which is definitely a little bit of a downside, but you could easily expand this by putting the old Mandalorian battle pack, the new one, on each side. So you can take the Moff Gideon battle, and you can take one or two of the new battle pack and place them on either side. So to start, we can take one battle pack, and there's a clip here, and all you have to do is push the side of the set on it, and then we have a little completed look of half of the set that you can do, which this one looks pretty good to me. This should be more mountain, but it does look fairly good. And then you can also take it and shift it around to the opposite side and put it sideways on the mountain, like so, and it looks very good like this as well. And this is probably the preferred usage of this set, and you can just have a little expansion to it, and it can also scoot in a little bit, which is inaccurate, but could be better for storage depending on the person. Or you can get multiple of that set and combine them by putting one on either side. So now you have a really completed look of just a little mountain range, and it looks pretty good. However, you can also put two of these battle packs together as well, which I didn't go over in the original set, but here we are. And it does look a little bit awkward having the same build side by side, but together it doesn't look too bad. You definitely would want to put multiple of these sets together and make a nice little mountain range to put right onto the side of this, which I think would look really good. You just wouldn't want a door there and just build up the mountain more, so it's more of a completed set. And that has been the Paz Visla and Moff Gideon battle set. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you all again soon with some big videos coming up. Goodbye.